People keep telling me it's good. I keep getting promises it's good. And I keep going, I don't believe you. Let's find out. Behead her! You don't vibe code your way to a good story. Do you have a mental disorder, writers at Kuro Games? Man, they really did nothing with this character. Holy shit, Wuthering Waves. How do you have fans? Sorry, the horse monster looks so stupid. Damn, those tits are massive though. Can I like have the new version of her? You were betting on me liking that trailer, weren't you? You were betting on me caring and watching that trailer, so I actually had the foreshadowing. Wait, no, why did the sexy version disappear? Your foreshadowing was written into the fucking PR marketing that you didn't put into the fucking story. When refining our script for the writing team, we talked about less about logic and more about feeling what might... Wait, really? Man, just thinking about it, I feel bad for her. All right, zoom, crash. All right, what's up? Hello, woman. Are you gonna reveal that there's like a, I don't know, like you're fighting against your inner demon and there's a big monster and I have to convince you that yes, you can overcome it, and I break through like a water substance where like you're in a drowning kind of metaphor situation? Because I'm making more and more of these shit things up. Is this their like maybe they're trying to make up for the fact that they really didn't show her personality like in this world prior, which is something that it's also a problem here. Oh my god, I saw you while you were singing. Is this the part where you blush? Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Yeah, what's the singing? Tell me about it. Was like, tell me. A farewell song from the people of... A farewell song from the people of Risa. We sing it when a friend is about to leave. What? What's the friend? In that battle, I never got to say bad or more than the past. See, you're getting in this emotional, but she's been here for hundreds of years. I really want to feel something for her, but she's kind of just so vanilla. She's built up in this kind of like such a trope way, but then they don't use like when you have a trope character, right? The idea of girl isolated, she can't forgive herself, she doesn't know who she is. Like there's two ways to approach it. You've got like one, you have to do that trope in a different, interesting way. You need to like build it up or change it or twist it in a way that is exciting or interesting. Or you need to make it so the trope version you've done is really fucking good. She's hitting all the marks, but nothing that she says is really like hitting the heart for me, you know? She's not really reaching these points, and it could be the poor writing of how they've set it up rather than like, you know, they're kind of kitchen sinking it, throwing all the moments you're supposed to have, but it feels almost like they're out of order or like rushed a little bit. But regardless, they haven't hit properly for me. And that's probably on the fact that like we got to remember that her story has a higher bar to pass because the preceding stories that were either tangentially related in the city or completely unrelated but were horrible in the chapter 1 have made it so the quality she need to reach to overcome the negatives from those elements is much higher. So she's not had any favors done for her. So these things all come together to make the story kind of like, I got it. See, like before my memories came back, I wasn't sure if I was worthy of paying them respects. See, again, the idea of her like having this understanding that people died here, but just not knowing if it was her fault or not, or if she was a villain or not, or if she's bad or not, or like her not taking or not coming to terms with her being a resonator is okay if they'd really, really pulled off getting that in there. Because while they have talked a little bit about it in the prior, they didn't really achieve anything with it. It didn't feel like they got anywhere near it as a writing kind of element. And I think my idea of her having absolutely no memories of this situation and like fearing getting her memories back would have been much more impactful. Because could you imagine if she'd like, she instead of here, she was like, I've spent many years here. I've stood before their graves. I've wondered who these people are. I've wondered if I knew them, if we were friends. I didn't know that they were my comrades, that we were fighting alongside each other. Like who she was before, the fear of getting her memories back or something should have been like much clearer, much more front and center, and much more all-encompassing. Because we didn't really see who she is, because she's way too much of a idea of a character. Does it look like she's lived here for like decades or hundreds of years? No. She feels like a princess in a castle as an idea rather than an actual person who's lived in a castle. She feels like the first draft concept of a character idea, never fleshed out beyond it. Even her voice actor, and like I don't really hate, like she's a Japanese voice actor. Usually do a really good job, and she's done a good job. But her voice actor was given like the direction of cold and distant, or like quiet and shy kind of thing, a mix of those two. And it really doesn't fucking work, man. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I really feel bad for this, because this is the first time the Wuthering Waves story devs have tried, whereas everything else they've like fallen apart. And this first attempt at trying is just kind of coming off as mid. I mean, mid's better than fucking chapter 1, as I've said 3,000 fucking times already. But come on, man. Come on. Even though I know these are just lingering frequencies that might misunderstand me, I just want to say goodbye properly and thank them. It builds up to its emotional moments that it doesn't earn. Unearned emotional moments. Do you think I'm fooling me? See, look at that. Listen to that voice. Listen to that voice. That does not fit with a girl who's crying right now or has tears in her eye. I can't believe this, but I'm almost curious about what the English dub did for her. Because they've told, it's almost like she's just phoning it in. No, but I don't think she is. I think she was just given such a weird direction. And then the art team and the animation team came in and gave these kind of emotional moments with these scenes with her crying and a small, soft smile. You can see the fucking, the guard lines of what they've told her to write. And then it just, of what they've told, what they've been told to make. And it's like the teams involved in this aren't talking to each other. The team that designed this dialogue, the team that set up the order of these events, the fucking voice acting team, the animation team, and then of course the narrative supervisor are not in the same room. They're exchanging post-it notes through a fucking window. I just, what the hell, man? You know? Apparently these guys, Wuthering Waves devs, the crew of games, they made a story before this. They know what they're doing. And this ain't it, brother. This ain't it, chief. I'd probably I think I'd almost prefer it if they were more psychopathic in their writing, because then I could enjoy it more. But this kind of mid-ish, not understanding what they're doing, is almost more painful in its own way. Because she's such a gorgeous character design. The animation team did great. Too bad they weren't talking to the other teams. I feel bad for her. I honestly do. Because, and you know, I feel even worse for her because I've seen the trailers. I went and looked at the trailers. And you know where all of her story is? All of this deep fucking, like, emotional story is of, like, I was betrayed, or I'm just a villain, I hurt people, I'm destined to be bad. All those elements that we're not really getting here. We're getting whispers of a thing. Like we're smelling curry from like 8 fucking goddamn blocks away that is mixed with the sewer, and you're telling me, oh, good smell, there's a good curry, have some. I'm like, brother, I don't see the curry. All I just smell is the shit in the air and maybe something spicy. Like, brother, this ain't it. Man, what a disappointment this is becoming. Is it terrible? No. It's just mid. And I think that's even worse. I'm sure they can feel what was in your heart. Yes. God, look. I'm not saying that to comfort you. You know, they built Rover up to be more of like a wisdom holding dragon monster. Would be interesting. I once saw two friends who were already dead reconcile with each other within a sonorosphere. Who was that? Oh yeah. Wait. Reconcile? Oh man. If you would fucking... I know what she's referring to. She's referring to that Black Shore thing, and that sickens me. It sickens me she thought that that was reconciling, when to me, it was the autistic storytelling of a 5-year-old. Good lord. Good lord, don't reference chapter 1 as though it was fucking good. Rover, you know better than that. When frequencies are concentrated in one place as possible, the reverence would kill traces of human will. However, is that really human? That's just a copy at that point. Come on. Like, that's like an impression in the sand. Can someone... See, I would prefer... See, this is the kind of storyteller I am. I'd prefer for her to go through a story where, like, yeah, maybe there's some story, things like this. Like, the frequencies of people who have died are like... She's like, they're like the person. That's their will. It's, something emotional. And then I'd love someone to come in frame and say, or they're just impressions in the mud. They are echoes of a person. They're not really that person. They are mixed in elements with several other people. They're not that same person. They are just lies that are influenced by various factors that appear in the world. They are a phenomena, and you should not look at them as that person. To do so is to fool yourself. They are fake. Like, I'd like that side of the story, even if that's not something I'd agree with if they've properly shown it, but it's something I'd like them to play with. But Wuthering Waves doesn't. Wuthering Waves has an issue where it says something and you have to accept it's true without them showing any other element. They don't get to, you get like, it's like this. You get your thing and this is the one way you're meant to view it from. They don't show, even as like a devil's advocate, they don't have someone come in and say, oh, but maybe it's evil. It's just like, no, this is the right way. And they don't even give an effort to show other people off. All of their very interesting elements that might show off like a different or darker or more nuanced side to elements in the world is almost always done through the lens of a mystery box. It's characters who are villainous talking in riddles up in towers, and you can only talk about those parts being good or interesting because they didn't really try. Like, how do I put it? They didn't like those parts, because they're mystery boxes and they don't have to expand or be specific in what they're trying to talk about. They're naturally just good, and that's one of the big issues. Meaning, they might be able to see and hear you, Phil. They really haven't set up this whole frequency thing very well, despite the fact that they have multiple characters, like the fucking, the little munchkin Paimon in her hand. They haven't set that up. They haven't set it up well at all. But it's beautiful though. Your feelings goodbyes could reach them. Like if they then had her walk away after she cries, and then like the little pet in her hand comes out and says, that's not how that works. And then she's like, yeah, I know. But, like, it could be. That's something, at least. All these frequencies are strong enough to manifest in the real world. If you hadn't made a move against us... Oh, the dragons? Wait a minute. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. So they're setting it up that the dragons are... yeah, God. Fucking hell. It's just... It's emotion slop. I feel like, yeah, I'm glad. I can't tell. Your voice has about emotional range of, like, a rock. No, she has a good range. I'm just being mean at this point. Come on. Don't be mean, detective! Then the time for goodbyes hasn't come. Maybe chapter 3 will be better. Look, she's holding her hand in a fist. See, I think like see, the idea of people being tied, like maybe if you went out of your way and said these like frequencies are actually the person, like some sort of version of them that can't move on, that they're trapped in this cycle of like they must do this thing, could be fun in its own way. But they really haven't set these things up. They talk about frequencies so often, but like maybe I'm insane, but they really, really don't fit. Just a stray thought. See, there, she's like, oh, obsession keeps us here, or duty keeps us here. Like, oh, I'm referring to myself. But here's the thing. I didn't get the feeling that you were doing anything out of duty. You just felt like you were a sad... Like, if we're not taking my preferred idea of the story, she feels like a sad girl who was just sitting up in these ruins for 100 years doing absolutely fucking nothing with her time. Like, it doesn't feel like obsession so much as, like, you had no other choice. You know? You're talking about... You can't compare yourself to someone who has an obsessive duty that they must, like, achieve. I guess you could maybe with your memories coming back. But none of your things, both before nor after you got these mild memories back, really strung out to me as, I'm an obsessed, duty-bound character. You strike me as an ethereal elf girl who kind of exists to be cute, and I'm getting real fucking like everything they do in here, it feels so shallow, you know? I don't feel like I'm looking at something that has real depth. I feel like they're copying an idea almost. Oh my god, should I call you, since we know you don't carry names, should I call you Kathia or Flirtus? Like, oh wow, a big emotional thing. Which one of you is the real one? Yet this is like, it's so fucking sloppy, bros. Now, I'd forgive it if they made out. Alright. Instead of saying, of course, I'm going to be here for a moment. Will you keep me company? Instead of saying that, she should say, I'm a bit lonely and I've never had the warmth of a woman. Please stay here. And then we have like a fade to black. I'll forgive everything. Like 10 out of 10. Best anime ever. All right, of course I'll stay here with you, elf girl. You might be written terribly, but you're extremely sexy. And your animation is high, like top tier. Even if it is like basically just mild twitches of the mouth and like, you know, look at her eyes and slow zooms. I mean, I'm easily convinced. Those fucking dragon things are supposed to be her friends. It looks so fucking stupid. But I suppose it would have been more stupid if the, like, dragon things were, like, talking and saying, we forgive you, Carthier. We're actually your best friends. I'm like, you can do it. I'd be like, yeah, great. Whatever. Oh my god. Woman sleeping on side. Real life could never... You know what? You should have put her in my lap. She should have been sleeping in my lap. She should have been sleeping in my lap. You did it wrong. And also, we should have been like naked and under blankets, and there should have been a cigarette where I start smoking a cigarette after. I would have accepted this as an alternative. Is she gonna get a red blush? Oh, okay. See, like, they have this is what I mean. Good animation, good moments. Good moments like this, but like they don't feel like built up to perfectly. They wanted me to fall in love with her, but the only side of the equation that is getting me to actually care is just the animation. Okay, today we settle this. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna fight a big thing. There's gonna be like a spooky voice that says, Carthia, Flirdeus, you are actually my chosen. Accept your fate. Oh, so accept your fate and join me. You know you wish to. That kind of shit. Like that's what I'm expecting to see. Oh god, what the fuck? You know what? Why do I have to go across? Just fly across. Oh god, this was a mistake. I'm gonna run out. No! That's fine. But yeah, I expect, like, you know, I know I'm just like a fucking, I'm like a goddamn movie critic that just comes up with the stupidest stuff. And like, I've complained about them before. You know, movie critics, fuck off, fuck off. Just go down. Who cares? I'm just gonna walk. Or am I? Whee! But I've complained about these things. Why did, whatever. I'm gonna fall off. No, I got wet. I complain about these things, and I feel like I feel like I feel like what? Why would you? I'm sorry. There was a Japanese. The Japanese way was a bit. Oh no! Wait, is this still going through? Oh, thank God! Thank God. I feel like I shouldn't go forward because they're gonna fuck it up. Spinning deja vu. I have been in this fish before. Na 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 na. So, how do I put it? I feel like as a child, if I had watched and played this when I was like 12, I want to believe that my response would be that the same, that this elements wouldn't be appealing to me. Yet, I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who are like younger people who would like respond to these things that I've seen. And like, you know, they probably would be like, they would be just one shot by like the cuteness. It's like, maybe I'm just like, you know, jaded from playing so many games like this. And that this is really just like a good series. And I'm just a fucking idiot. And the truth is, they make their money, they have their fans, so clearly I'm wrong to some degree. But, man, I just kind of wish that these elements were given more time to breathe. That's, what the fuck? That's, what? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Why does, yeah, just how do I get off the thing? Oh, yeah, it's space. I haven't played in, leave me alone, I haven't played in a week. Alright, give me my sword, brother. Wait, what? What? What painting? There's no painting here, you piece of shit. Oh, villain stuff. Okay, we gotta fight a big guy with a sword. Very Dark Souls 2. Oh man, that's... See, like... Okay, you want to be like, look, it's one of your old friends here. But it doesn't fucking work, man. It just feels like you're throwing shit at me like, wouldn't it be cool if one of her friends was the frequency villain and then they appeared? Do we know anything about this guy? Nah. Is he just brought up randomly? Yeah. It's so pathetic. Man. It's got the vibe right, but it's just written and like, it's so purposeless. The mode, like, for example, we already got the vibe. Like, she's worried she's gonna be, like, evil and that she's corrupted. But she's actually gonna be, like, someone who can overcome it and will help her. And the other girl, the big titty girl, is actually the one who's gonna be corrupted and stuff. Because, obviously, she's, like, got, like, the voices in her head. And that's, like, one element that they've kind of kept going. Alright. Let's complete the last trial. Alright. What do I gotta do? I gotta get there. Okay. So, just do this. Okay. And puzzle, go! Take me through the door! To the future! Resurrection point activated. Bound by duty, still... Man. See, maybe if they built up this guy as someone that matters... Could you imagine, like, what, imagine this. Imagine there was, like some sort of being here that this guy she knew beforehand, right? And we had also learned about him. What if it was like a beast that lived around here and she knew of him, but who was always, like, weird towards her, but, like, and, like, acting, like, defensive and stuff of things, but she, like, couldn't get close to him because it was, like, a monster, and her memories meant she could never know him, but she always, and, like, maybe he chases us throughout the level since we come here, and, like, we see, like, snippets of, like, story flashbacks of, like, him being, like, a person. Maybe he was, like, a not very good student in the academy, but he wanted to be good, and he always supported her, but he wasn't very, like, a high achiever. All he could do was try his best. And now, after the Black Tide stuff, he's locked here in his final death throes, just following his endless passion to, like, protect every place, and including protect her. And, like, now she knows finally who he is with her memories back, and we're following the path to finally let him free of this pain. Instead, he shows up now, and we're randomly saying, well, you're free, Cantarant, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, don't worry. Wait, I wasn't listening. I smashed the thing, right? Yeah, okay, I'm right. I've just got to hit it. But, like, you see what I mean by things being introduced in, like, a second? Like, it feels so fucking tacked on. It feels so, oh, this is an emotional thing, we should have this here, without thought. It feels like it feels like they just say things without thinking them. Look, he's back and he brought friends this time. But we don't know these people. We might as well just be versing, they might as well have said, wow, the villain monsters are here, guys. And look, there's more of them. They must want to stop us from activating the thingy-bob. It just feels so pointless and not thought through. Despite the fact that the combat's fine. Man, at least when I was upset at chapter 1, it was because it made as much sense as, like, you know, fucking, like, it made just no sense. There's no example I can use. But, like, what the fuck, man? Man. Oh, okay. Up. Let's go. Whee. Gacha missing potential. What? Mid-game. What? Mid-game mid? Yeah. Unironically, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah, it's a mid-game mid. But here's the thing. I think it's worse than that. Games like... Okay. There is a truth to be said for things like Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse has a habit of making really good lore and teasing having a really good story, but not really hitting certain elements, right? And, but here's another thing. Hoyoverse really does hit for a lot of moments. It does a decent job. Zenless Zone Zero might have its problems, and I talked at length about how Season 2's final chapter really let itself down, but the build-up to Chapter 2 were fine. I don't expect every fucking story to blow me away, but I really just kind of want standard things from these gachas. I don't want it. Okay, if every fucking gacha was Girls Frontline 1 in terms of story potential, amazing. Sounds great. But I don't, like, that would be amazing. But I don't expect that. This, I just want it to really be like, the story to be even mildly connected in some ways. Yet it's not really pulling itself up. It's the bar is in fucking hell, and yet somehow they're still fucking it up. Like, for all of Hoyoverse's terrible things that we can talk about. Okay, it's got some sort of secondary shield. Sure. I'm just gonna hit him a lot. Do I have to do something? Do I have to, like, is there something I'm missing? Oh no, I've got his health down. Fuck it. I don't care. There's elements of the combat I'm unsure about. But it's so phoned in comparison to Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse, they, like, I know there's a big fight between the two. Hoyoverse versus Kura Games. Wuthering Waves versus at Hoyoverse. And people have, like, invested their fucking lives in making a decision between that. Like, does that mean he's being, like, freed? ... Are you implying that I actually killed him? And, like, oh, that's an emotional moment? You've not set those things up. Literally, like, oh, man. See, Hoyoverse, for all of its failures, and what I'm trying to say is, I think Hoyoverse does narrative way fucking better. I'm not going to sit here and start sucking Hoyoverse's cock, but Hoyoverse, even if it's like McDonald's of gacha games, it's still like, all right, I'm enjoying it. It's sloppy in like that kind of fast food way, but it's what I expect. And like the narrative has these moments where it like kind of gets a very kind of good. The lore is pretty good as well, pretty standard throughout the Hoyoverse games. And it's moment to moment storytelling and dialogue and character is decent. It mixes together. It makes fucking sense. And like they build up to it, even if like some narrative choices are boring, well, not boring, are like kind of lackluster, or they could have done better, or I could always do this a little more interesting. The characters are usually well done, and the elements that build into that narrative, even if it is like a bit of a low-level narrative, are still pretty good. And then they have those highlight moments, like Zenless Zone Zero with Seed and her extraordinarily good character story. But you know what? This fucking has nothing. It's all just mid and slop. Wuthering Waves, I don't want to hate you. I don't want to say you suck. And I know there are people out there who are so upset that I'm saying negative things about their favorite fucking gacha, but I want it to be better. I say these things because we've seen better and we can expect better from them. Why can't Wuthering Waves be better? Why do we have to live with mediocrity? Why do we have to sit here and acknowledge that every fucking plot point that they make is some random thing that they made up on the spot? Why does it feel like that? Why does a show and a game that made so much fucking effort on all of these cool animated things just not work? Why do I have to accept this? Why do I have to... Like, I don't want to be engaging them in, like, the discussion of that annoying fucking trap of, yeah, my gacha game's better than your gacha game. Why can't all gacha games be better? And we need to point out and accept when a gacha game is inferior to another one in specific elements. I'm always going to tell you that Wuthering Waves is a better fucking, like, combat game. It's a way better combat game than almost every other goddamn Hoyoverse game and almost every other gacha game. No, actually, straight up more than any other gacha game. But it is written with absolutely no fucking like, good sense. And I'm getting angry here like you'd think that I was chapter 1, but I'm getting angry because it's so fucking mid now. It's gone from like the depths of like schizophrenic terror to like illogical but like soft and like dull. And yet you might say, why are you still here? One, I made a promise. I need to get to that end. And I want to give it its fucking effort. I want to give it its time of the day. When I stood against Theoden, he took a mortal blow for me. See, now you're telling me the story of the guy I killed. That doesn't help with the emotion. Why wasn't this told to me beforehand? I probably would have been annoyed with it then. They would have been said, this is 1 second before it. Oh. See, like, oh, he still recognized his sword. He's trying to expect it. Why didn't you build him up? Helter was my saber. I was practicing sparring with Kanto. Fucking, you're telling me these characters that you're supposed to care about, but you don't build them up. You just tell me this is who you cared for. Here's my lore dump. Fuck me. Why did nobody take Writing 101? Is this just made? Am I playing a game made for fucking 12-year-olds who are just like, look how emotional it is. She blushed. She blushed when they were together. Oh my god. Oh jeez, man. Like, they're so good. There's that blush. And it feels like they're trying to make it live or die off the fact you want to have sex with her. And sure, I want to have sex with her. But that's just because she's hot. Everything else is so uninspired. It's just fucking gloss. I'm sorry. I'm getting lightheaded. I'm getting lightheaded from it. Fuck me. I should save all this discussion for when, you know, just like later on. Look at it. They activated the fast travel there because they know that I don't have the fucking effort to actually go and activate it. Alright, oh, we'll see. Pardon me. Yeah, we gotta free the guy that I know about, and... Look! Look, he's back! Okay, well, at least he wasn't dead from before. I just gotta beat him again. Look! Look how... Okay, he's teleport. Oh! Fucking teleports behind you. He's walking really slow, and he's gonna use his shield attack. Wait, is it like... No. Yep, and now he's gonna activate that counter shield. What's that, like, circle around him? Okay, he's got, like, a summoned attack. Oop. Oh, fuck. Ah, god damn it. I feel like he was harder to kill when he was in the other mode. When he had that extra shield. Are we gonna get an emotional death for the soldier man that wasn't built up at all? Look at it. Let's see it. She's getting... Huh? Yeah. You didn't earn this. You didn't earn this! Emotional? But you didn't fucking earn this! Why can't you just... Man, I'm so fucking annoyed. I'm so fucking annoyed. Everything is so fucking slapdash, man. Sure, whatever, I'll absorb him. Oh my god, he's max level. Is that my first max level guy? Man, these are like the stuff I'm gonna complain about when it comes to the... Because the whole point of this is I want to get to the end of chapter 2. So I can have like a true clear review of it. Where I'm not being a piece of shit. I wade through the whole thing and I'm making a decision. Now I know you, a real big fan of this, who's probably definitely not listening because you left after all that piece of shit, is probably thinking, but you really didn't experience it. You just kind of like fucked around with it. Why don't you return to me, is what she said in Japanese. So look at how gorgeous these visuals are. Someone must have exposed your lies as long as... Do you know, if they showed off all of this beforehand, as though I was learning all of these memories of her before I even met her, I think a lot of this would have hit better. Like, honestly. That's why I say they should have just force-played the trailer. I said this the other day to some in a community post. They should have just force-played the trailer. Like, the trailer for her is solid. Great trailer. It really gets across all of her emotions really well. And the game just doesn't. I shall reveal the truth. Yeah, look, I've got the evil voice. I'll reveal the truth. Through this, I have used you. You are... Why do you resonate with me? Oh my god. Why does thou... Why do you hear the mind of the faithful? Why do you act as my oracle? All this, and there's not question. Yeah, the reveal that your god is like a spooky evil monster is a cool one. It's just like really, really unearned the way they do it. But this is great. Visually, this is great. This is great. Oh wow, she has some emotion in her voice. Nice. Like, I know what they're doing. It's just... everything feels out of order. See, this is also a cool reveal. But I really just don't care about her, right? The idea that not only was she the Resonator, but more than the Resonator, she was something made by the villainous god. That she is like a literal like puppet that was created, like a amalgamation of things, is way cooler than they've actually done with it. Overcoming the fact that you were born villainous is a fun and great story. Just, this isn't it. You and I made whole and perfect. I'm the villain, and I'm telling you how I've done villainous things. And I'm giving you a great reveal that should be really good. I should be really impacted by, but they've just done such a shitty fucking job building up to this. I fed upon the trust, adoration, longing heaped upon thee by the masses. It's that, you know, okay, there's another thing. I reckon because of the way it talks to me, the game is treating me like I'm a fucking brainlet. I have returned to harass and annoy. Welcome, welcome. Hey, what the hell? I just realized this. I've had 3 people who were like sub to me in the fucking chat today. Like literally 3 people in this which are sub to me in the chat. That's kind of shocking to me. I haven't had that many subs at once. It's crazy. Thank you guys. I just realized that. I know it's like random to pull up, but like, fuck me, I just thought about that. That's crazy. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, but most of the time I just get pity subs. Everyone just gives you a quick pity sub. But that's okay. I accept this. But no, thanks for coming to harass. I'm harassing this game while it's harassing me with its fucking ass storytelling. Thy resonance brought forth the... Oh my god. Like, oh wow, you brought forth the black tie. Like, why is the big monster bullying her for no reason? See, how would I do this? Like, we're sitting in the moment, but I'm already thinking about how I'd fucking write this. So what I would write for this is, like, how would I do it? Oh god, like, I'd have to rewrite the whole fucking thing. But I wouldn't make the monster evil. Like, acting evil. What I would make the monster do is I would make the monster a whispering monstrosity. Are you done with the main story? No, this is still the main story. I would make the monster be like a whispering, cloying temptation. I'd make it an unknowable horror. Every time it speaks, it doesn't understand. And like when people describe it, I would say something like, it's almost like it loves us, but it doesn't understand what love is. It's like it's speaking in it's like it's speaking to someone and trying to show that it loves and cares in a way that we cannot comprehend because its mind works on a different function than ours. She has to fight against this horror that made her, that she is resonating with. It's connected to its fucked up mind, and she knows that in its own messed up way, it loves her in a way that is hard to describe, in a way that is like some sort of like eldritch monstrosity. It loves her, and she has to kill it. She has to stop it. It leads to endless suffering, and it made her to lead to this suffering for its unknown purposes. And even now, as she stands against it, it doesn't understand why it stands against her. And it loves her for it in this twisted, horrid way. It loves her. She has to kill it, though. She has to kill it. But wouldn't that be something else? Rather than, it's a spooky monster and it just revels in being evil. And this is how its writing is. This echoing voice monster is written for the express purpose of, I'm evil, guys. Look, I'm telling you that I'm evil now. I'm acting evil. Look how evil I am. If you're 12, don't worry. I'm explaining the fucking plot to you. It feels so fucking low. Like we've got Wuthering Wave has gone from actual schizophrenic writing to somewhat understandable, like vibe telling, mixed with awful fucking lore that makes no sense, where they're just telling you how the story is, to like the lowest common denominator storytelling with great elements that they're fumbling so fucking hard. Why are you saying familiar girl? Just say her name. Oh my god, you're actually me. The horrors of this interpretation. Wow. They all like calm down. Okay. This feels way better. Okay. Is she gonna turn into the girl that was in the trailer where her tits were bigger? Because that would be nice. I'd be very impressed with that. Looks like Abby settled down. We're both affected. Yeah, cool. So it seems. I'm starting to remember everything just like you sensed I would. Oh, really? Did I sense that? I think that's pretty much obvious. Like, you already knew... God damn it. No, shut the fuck up. I'm shut the fuck up, detective. The force that modulated Sentinel and Theater Street came from me. Yes, I am the weapon. I was really... Though it wasn't what I originally intended, I think having you take here was for the best. Why do you say that? Because the Chris crown, it turned into what it is after the Dark Tide came. Look, because it's an evil crown. Because I'm evil. This is what Theoden uses to control its resonator. Out of nowhere? So there's like a control system as well? See how much more interesting it would be if she was like something created by this unknowable eldritch being that doesn't understand, rather than some like puppet trying to make, like, it wouldn't understand. It makes her, and it doesn't understand to like use some sort of evil control device. No, because it made her. It wouldn't do these things. I don't know. That sounds complicated. I prefer being told how to feel and treated like I'm dumb as fuck. Fuck you. But yes, I know. I know what you're trying to say. Like, it's how that is, isn't it? Okay. Oh god, this is too complicated. See, here's the thing. When the Theoden Titan reached second tide, I, as the Cathy you see before you, split part of myself that wished to live after seeing the corruption that stood before me. Okay, so now we're saying that she has multiple personality disorder. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. But see, here's the thing though. The description of the story that I gave, my variation, can still exist with a vibe storytelling where you're hanging out with cute elf girl who's blushing and like emotional, and you can save her from a big red monster, and like she has like a moment. Like, we can still have that story where all the 12-year-olds will go, oh my god, so emotional, so emotional, so emotional. We can still fucking have that. We can have it. We can have our cake and eat it too. We can have a story where emotional things happen, well built up things, like things are interesting that are happening. It can still be interesting and complicated and be like vibe based that they want to have, and like have all their cute anime girls and the shipping moments. We can have both. Ugh. This is starting to sound like a Bloodborne story. Your idea is that. I've never played Bloodborne in my life, but I'll believe you because it looks like that. Bloodborne does look like an eldritch monstrosity kind of element to it, which I really should play the game, to be honest. I chose to be this broken from the beginning to escape Theoden's inedible brass. Broken? Okay, so now she's saying, oh, you see, I deliberately fractured my memories. By the way, what are her fractured memories? It says like just the ending. Literally. It's just the ending reveal about who she is. That's the only part that changed. It's not like her personality was different. It's not like she had a whole life before this. Could you imagine our feelings right now if she was a happy-go-lucky girl? Let's imagine she was a little bit of an unhinged girl who was like happy-go-lucky because she'd lived in here for like 1,000 years or 100 or 200 years, had no idea who she was. She always could look at the outside world and see the outside, but they couldn't interact with her. So she just kind of like is silly and like over the top and over explains, and because she's never talked to someone, and she's bubbly and excitable. And then as she gets her memories back, this person she was starts to change. And she starts to realize what she is. Like, could you imagine how nice of a story that would be? Like, as she fears who she's becoming, who she was, as well as you fear like what she's becoming, and we could have this emotional thing of like she doesn't want to go through with these things, but then she gets the courage to overcome these things. But like, and like, you're trying to get that with these moments, like with the, oh, my friends battled for this, oh, but I'm actually part of the villain group. Like, Fuck me. These aren't hard to do. These are things that I, who is not a fucking anime director, not a gacha story person, I don't even make good fucking stories myself. I wrote some shitty fucking, like, on my Patreon, there is some shitty short stories I wrote. I wrote them when I was attempting to be an author. They are not good. Nobody likes them. I wrote them to the best of my ability, but nobody likes them. The thing is, though, I wrote those trying my best to be to write a story, and yeah, they're not so great. Yet here we are, and their narrative for their millions and millions of dollar game is worse than what I wrote. What the fuck, brother? Man, a PSC is like 150 USD nowadays. Hell, a used PS5 is like $300. Play the damn game. No way. I'm not playing like $150. Holy shit, no. God, okay, let me establish, Brad. I have zero income outside of just a line. I am not at that point to grab the game. I would get it, like I would, like if I had just throwing it out there. But if I had enough money, I would love to be able to purchase like a PS5 or a PS whatever, a PS4, get Bloodborne, play it on stream for you guys. I could claim it on tax. I'd love to do it. I would fucking love that. It would be great fun, and I could play it. I do not have that income. When I do though, I will. But I just don't have that income. The reason that I can still do these online things is not because I have a big income. It's because I have gone to the bone with what I'm able to actually live off. Basically, I have cut every fucking thing down to like the sliver. I'm like shaving off part of a bone to make a soup is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's working for now, but like that's my approach to all this stuff. So no, I'm not spending like 150 to 300 fucking USD on anything like that is not like something really important for the channel. And even then, it's like Jesus Christ, that's a big fucking cost. This new mic I got was literally every single cent of Patreon money for like a year. Like a year. Every little bit went into this. And this was like a big intense buy for me. You see, when I destroyed the Theoden and I had to take over the Sentinel's body, it immediately began to assimilate Ferretus, its resonator. So it wants to like. She was part of me that it was left after I split myself. She retained the most power and now hopes to one day destroy everything. Man, this is out of nowhere. There's literally a split personality. I don't know, you're playing gacha while broke. Yeah, hell yeah I am. Hell yeah I am. You want to know how much money I've spent on gachas in my whole life? Zero. I have played these temptations, these hot women tempters. I have walked through the valley of tits, and I found the wanting. You should know, I have never spent a single fucking dollar in game. I haven't bought anything. If I miss out on a fucking role for like a character, if I was desperate for a character, you know what? I was planning so many months in advance that I had so many free gems, I was guaranteed to get her. And if it was desperation that I didn't get her, you know what I did? I went outside and just cried like a normal person. I just cut like a normal person. I didn't spend any dollars. I didn't spend a fucking thing in these gacha games. That said, over my history of playing games and stuff, I have purchased merch in the past, usually through secondhand stores or secondhand sellers. Or when I was in Japan, I used to go to the reselling parts and buy like keychains and stuff. That was really cheap over there. Yeah. Your resolve is impressive. Respect. Thank you. And also, it's not only do gachas cheap to play, and I do have normal games to play. Just remind you, I do have a lot of normal games to play, and I will play them. I'm just kind of focused in on this because of my tism, and like I'm obsessed with the story. Just kind of being like, let me just throw shit at the shotgun, like at a wall at this point. But they actually are interesting to me. The stories from gacha games to discuss. I as much as I've been shitting on Wuthering Waves right now, I'm actually really interested in it and how it develops and moves and how these narratives come together. Like it interests me, and I'm having fun talking about them, even though I'm talking about the fact that I'm not having fun, or at least in that sense. But yes, even story and gacha games that I like, I don't roll for at all. I never roll for them. I have reached the Zen level. But anyway, so that hot, massive titted version of her from the trailer, I guess, is revealed as the evil version of her. Like, look at this. She was part of me that was left after I split myself. She retained most of the power, now she hopes to destroy everything, and even herself. Now, this is the stupidest fucking twist in the history of twists. Listen to me. If they're about to reveal this now, like let's assume they'll take the dumbest fucking approach. If they're about to reveal that there were two versions of her, and this was split up because like she wanted to, like, at the last second, she you know, in a desperation to stop the Theoden and it's absorbing the power, she split herself in half or whatever, and this version went here and the other version is somewhere else, and this is just basically to make sure that the Theoden can't mix them together and therefore become a big evil supergod, right? So that's the position we're going for, yeah? And obviously that other girl is being used by the Theoden, so whatever. You're about to tell me that. You're about to tell me that, like, this is the truth of it. You're about to tell me that she has another side of her that she wants to destroy everything and even herself, because that's the depressed side of her. This side was fucking depressed. See, here's the thing. If you had made her this cute, like, smaller version of her, like, let's assume that they're going to make two versions that are distinct and they won't just make the same girl with bigger tits. This version of her is like the cheerful side, is a cheerful side of her that stayed back here. Like, there was cheerful when she was like thinking, as she's gone through this, she's overcoming these emotional hurdles together with the rover, and like, you know, getting as she both incorporates like the 100-year version of her that like was having just like living here and being a little bit stir crazy, and like this older version of her gaining her memories back, and then the other version of her is filled with these dark emotions of like wanting to destroy everything and hates herself. But then this version that came with you has learned that she would love to overcome that, and like she's learned that there are reasons to keep living or something. Then we have like a position to contrast the two, right? Furthermore, why didn't we give weird discuss, like, okay, if they're doing this, like, I'm just like assuming that they're just adding this because like the game is consistent with its, I'm just adding a story element suddenly the second before I introduce it. Like, I'm just telling you, I'm not foreshadowing. They have no fucking concept of foreshadowing in this game. Why wouldn't they show the other version of her in other places? I know they said, like, what if she's still evil? And that's a little bit of a foreshadow. But what they really needed to do was, imagine this. Imagine that when we first arrive, we see like a thing of Furtus, right? We see this Carthathia version of her, right? And like she's a full-bodied, mature, attractive woman, right? She's extremely hot, and maybe her clothes are even different. Like, she's really, really attractive, right? And like really like an older woman, right? Then, and now we did establish that, saying that she seems to weirdly not age. Like, you should be around my age or something like that, I think another girl said. If they had that, right? And we saw her in that form in some sort of flashback, sort of stories that were establishing her as a character in the mythos of the city, in the first 2 arcs of this area. And now we come here and we find, well, why are you so small? This is not her. You're like a smaller version of her. Like, you've got smaller tits for one. And also you're shorter and you're more like innocent looking and things. This doesn't make sense from what we've seen from the past things. And that would slowly be revealed to where we get to this point where we go, I split myself in parts so the part that could, like, without the full thing, the resonator can't consume, I can't, the Theoden won't consume everything type thing. Like, if that's what they want to go for. Personally, I do a lot of different things, but if I'm just trying to take this one thing and fit it into this other thing in a better way. I think I've spent like $60 or $80 on Nikkei. I don't want to talk about Azrael there. Oh shit. The evil version has bigger titties. Can we switch sides? Fuck, man, maybe. Like, knowing this game, if they actually do establish the other version has its own personality and its own like thing, you're just gonna like save her, and she's gonna have saying, "You don't need to be like this. I'm gonna protect you from the big red barrier, or I'm gonna reach into the water and grab your hand and say, life's worth living," and that's what you're gonna get. Okay, the Theoden's endless whispers and screeches are slowly. See, all it does is sit there and say, "Bro, join me. Bro, you're like so cringe. You're basically mine." That's the most annoying shit ever. This is why it should have been a more eldritch being. Like, tell me that there's like they've already said, because remember, with the big titties girl from before, they've already established that, hey, by the way, all of her family being evil is fine, and everything that's evil that happens here is fine, because like they're all being like mind melded with like the evil monster. And I'm like, all right, I don't like that you've taken away the agency of every time they've done something evil, but it's interesting. And again, apparently the mind meld was it just going, "Hey, you want to be evil?" Because it just sounds so evil. Like, even if you just hadn't have given it a real voice, it would have been better. Like, unironically. That's why she had no choice to split her powers just to buy herself more time. Yeah, I get it. So she split herself. But using resonance abilities comes at a cost. By using resonance abilities, but using such out of nowhere, resonance abilities now have a cost. The split frequencies, they need a vessels. Okay, so really? Damn, see how badly this is written? Okay, I made the connection here. Her memories were split off. So the reason why the swords have literally the 1 day's worth of memories, the one fucking day of her approaching fighting the monster, is the only memories that were split off from her. Not everything about her, not her whole life, not everything she was, not all of those things that I keep saying they should have done. 1 day's worth of memories were put into these swords. This is so fucking bad. What the hell, man? Why do they have to not use the stuff that they're writing? There's some cool shit here, and they refuse to use it. You see, I've been instinctively searching for someone to wield that power. All that was given, possessed, or taken by false divinity must be passed to one capable of resisting. Oh my god, is that me? Okay, so basically, the plan that she came up with that led to all this, that we are learning of this second before it's enacted, is I'm splitting my powers to stop this thing doing the evil. The only way to fix this is someone who is not like me, someone who can resist the evil monster, takes the power upon themselves and like uses it. Who can resist the whispers in my brain. Oh no, I forgot what I had lunch. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Oh no, guys, I forgot. Did we win that game of fucking Hunt Showdown, or did we lose? That's what happened. She basically had a blackout drunk episode. Why didn't they put all of her memories in it? Why didn't she lose her name? Why did she have literally everything put in? Why wasn't it I know I said it before, guys, but come on. Come on, just give me a fucking bone here, writers. Imagine it. Imagine this girl who's not like this, who is so different from this, who's like innocent, or even like a little bit excitable and crazy, who didn't know anything about the outside world, had no memories before she woke up in this ruin, who lived here for maybe 50 years, 100 years, who went through this world like knowing that she's a ghost, having fun naming her pet whale fish that she takes around. She sees all these monsters around, like this guy with the sword, who she gives silly names to, who she knows is someone, but she doesn't understand the context. She wants to know who she is, slowly at times, but she's scared of it. Someone who meets you, who's someone who can talk to her for the first time, is overexcited, is hyper energetic. She doesn't know how to interact emotionally. She's only learned about people by watching them vicariously. Someone who's innocent yet scared, excited, like who's been isolated from the world, and we have to watch her slowly gain these memories. And the fear, the horror of her stepping forward into these moments. We need to stand by her side, hold her hand as she emotionally cracks under discovering who she is. And then we get to this and we learn that this was all on purpose. She did it to herself. She did it to herself to try and save the people around her. These memories and frequencies that she's been living in, making like silly teddy bears in for hundreds of years or tens of years or whatever. That like the things that she has been living amongst, these ruins they suddenly mean something new. Her eyes look at where she has been for 100 years and they see something new and special, and the emotions were there for it. Instead, she locked away the fact that she had like lunch. What did you have for lunch? Her personality's basically the same. She has not really done anything. She just lives here running around as a ghost, and she has no real differences or anything. She doesn't really strike me as a character. She strikes me as just an idea never fucking established and built upon. And that is so fucking depressing. It's not life itself, but existence for all time. So you're saying that behind the last seal lies the part of me I left behind, the volcanoes, the Theoden. Oh wow, it's the villain monsters behind the last seal. Bound by obsessions, still loyal by duty. Wow, you brought back this thing that we taught that fucking was 20 minutes ago. Fuck you, game. God, I'm so annoyed with it. Today, part of me wishes to live on will vanish. Because it's finally motion. Oh, come on. See, now they're playing it up. Oh, now that my wish will come true, I will die and fade away. This is where the rover says, no, you'll stay here because I like you and you're cute. And when you fall into like a watery grave situation, I'm going to burst through the water and grab your hands. And there'll be a red monster saying, rawr, you're evil, rawr. It's so fucking pathetic. Ugh. God. I mean, I can accept a gacha story being silly and funny and just like having fun and being like a meme. There are gacha stories like that where they don't try to go into like a serious dark story like this one. But then when they try to do that, I'm gonna fucking like I'm gonna judge you. Because you're trying to make a silly story. You're trying to be something special. And when you try to do that, I have the right to tell you when you fuck it up. And you know what you're doing? Wuthering Waves, you're fucking up. I've had amnesia before, and speaking from experience, getting even a month can lead to a strife in your life. Having her forget more than a goddamn day would have been a great story element. Yeah, right? Right? Like, okay, you've had amnesia. That's a wild story, actually, to have amnesia. But, like, the thing is, you would then know. Like, it fucks your life up. And now imagine if she'd lost everything. Like, and she didn't, like, and, like, she, like, we don't have, she, and if they wanted, they could keep her being a depressed mess of fear and, like, oh, I'm sad and sweet and cute. Like, we could have her be that. But why, how much fun would it be if she was so much different from the original her? Like, the version of her, like, that is in the past was, like, a very loyal, like, duty-bound version of her who was like, I'm going to fight. Like, someone more serious, someone who's dedicated to their cause. And the version that lived up in the ruins could have been this happy-go-lucky girl who didn't have those pressures. She was just like a weirdo who grew up, like, watching the city grow and change down below, while like only being able to interact with like the monster frequencies up here and these strange beings in these strange areas, talking to herself like a mad woman. And like that would be, I think, preferable. But like, man, they really did nothing with this character. She's just cute. That's all she is. You know, they make a meme that elves are like the meme of elves only being good for like the party sex slave. The meme of elves being useless outside of that. Literally that. That's what she is. She's just waifu bait. She doesn't have anyone, like, no thought was put into her. And I feel bad for her because she looks great. She's hot as fuck, bro. Yeah, I'm going to accompany you, but I'm not going to say that, wow, we're just accepting that she's going to kill herself. I mean, I don't think we will, honestly. They're going to, okay, you know what? If they turn around and say, yeah, let's let her die, I'd be impressed. I'd be fucking impressed. I'd be like, you know what? Actually peak. No, but then again, no, even if they did that, I'd still be like, this is all poorly built up. I need to care about her. I need to love and care for her, and you still haven't really, like, pulled that off. Don't worry, she's going to be here because she's been tricked by the monster. No, her preparations are fine. No, she's okay. I reckon she's going to appear and, like, say, and, like, actually being controlled by the thing of, like, being, like, tricked into something. That's what I believe. Like, that would actually be at least something relatively interesting. Maybe they'll twist that on its head if they're smart. I mean, but even if something's predictable, sometimes it can be okay. And honestly, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have it be like, she's actually like, no, it's fine, guys. The spooky monster, don't worry. Okay, I gotta get out of the thing. Space. At least, hey, yeah. At least they didn't have the story immediately, like cut off a conversation as they went through the water. Fuck, I hate when they do that. Oh my god, wow, the dark tide. God, I'm really bullying this place. Look how cool I am with my sword. Oh wow, I gained the power to split and merge. Neat, okay. Okay, just for reference here, just for reference here, use the last connection I still slab with Fluridus. So this is the main version of her, the other version of her, to bring the last fragments of her tortured consciousness. Do you want to know, guys? Remember what we were talking about? Her tortured consciousness is just her plus 1 day when she was fighting this monster. That's all it is. Or alternatively, it's just the one fragment of her fighting the monster. Because all of her other memories were fine, guys. Because remember, that's all that was split off. The game itself told us that. It was literally just that one time she went for lunch and got beaten up by a monster. That's the other version of her. The last connection with Floridus. Floridus isn't even a real person. It's one actual fucking hour of her memory. Not even a day. She already knew she had a fight. She just didn't know how the fight went. Fuck me. What a dumb fucking twist that has literally no sense put behind it. Holy shit, Wuthering Waves. How do you have fans? Okay, I know how you have fans. You got the vibes right. Like I said, you've got the vibes right. The vibe, if I squint, is great. And that's it. That's fucking it. Yeah, and like, you know, we already know that they're all going to survive. And with your power, make us a one. And then kill me. Oh, guys, it's almost like I predicted this. Don't worry, Carthia. I'm going to reach through a water thing to save you, and there's going to be a monster going roar in the background. It's coming. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't actually watched ahead. I have no idea if that's the truth. But if that's fucking real, if there is like a scene where she's underwater saying, this is for the best. This is the best. I'm villainous. I should fade away. And then like I just reach through the water and I say, no. Because I said so. I'm just going to be like, man, I should be on the Wuthering Waves team and just tell them some dumbass story. They'll probably accept it. I don't want to kill you, cute anime girl. So basically, what you're saying is, pull me into this body and then stab me. And if I'm dead, then the monster can't escape. Does that mean the part of you wishes to live will end? Yeah, whatever. I mean... What are you talking about? Okay, all right. So, I was about to say, what the fuck are you talking about? Give me 100 bits. Oh my god, let's hope. Let's fucking hope then. Those 100 bits, my god. I need them. I need them. That's the difference between poverty and, like, abject, like, you know, at the soup line levels. But, I have lived my life to the fullest. I would like to live left. Okay. I was about to say, live my life to the fullest. You've lived in this fucking hole for 100, like, ruined for 100 years or whatever, doing nothing apparently. But then again, I guess she's got all of her memories from, like, before. Like, literally every other memory she has, just no memories of, like, one day at lunchtime when a monster came. Oh man. And I know there are people out there saying, no, they established that there was a bit more memories lost. And I'm like, yeah, but they haven't really established, did they? Did they? It was like, at most, it was like 5% of her life sprinkled across her time has she'd forgotten. That's it. That's it. That's all she fucking forgot. Like, come on. Come on, man. Look into your heart. Stop simping for 10 minutes. Stop looking at your Carthiadosians for 10 minutes and look me in the eye. You know this is fucking like phoned in as shit. It would maybe be like intense if, like, she was prepared to sacrifice herself in, like, a proper way that she'd be built up to. But, like, you know, they don't build up anything. They just kind of throw it at you. Literally. Remember, guys, we found out there was an alternate version of her one cutscene ago. One cutscene ago is when they told us an alternate version exists. But you know where they did tell us an alternate version exists? And this is something that I've noticed that Wuthering Waves did a lot, and also Star Rail, to against its credit, also did a lot of. They make their story told in their trailer that isn't in the story. They'll show their trailer, which is emotional and cool and shows all these interesting elements, on a YouTube trailer that isn't in the game. So someone like me, who's just playing the game, who doesn't give a fuck about the fandom, who isn't sitting there waiting for every, like, teasing fucking drip marketing, the person who's just playing the game doesn't get the full story, because the reason that they say that you should love and care for this girl is because you should have watched their 5-minute fucking cinematic trailer that they actually put all their effort into. That's the truth of Wuthering Waves, and the truth of a lot of gacha games. And it's the most stupid fucking shit I've ever heard. If you want me to care for her, and your main core attempt to making me care for her and to build up her story is for me to watch a spoiler trailer that should depict basically her entire arc all in one moment, then fucking force me to sit down and watch that. Make it so I have to forcefully click on a YouTube link to watch your stupid fucking trailer to make me, before I even meet this girl, because it's going to do a lot more for your fucking story than making me sit through this, like, narrative without it. Because my god, you were betting on me liking that trailer, weren't you? You were betting on me caring and watching that trailer, so I actually had the foreshadowing. Your foreshadowing was written into the fucking PR marketing that you didn't put into the fucking story. I'm sorry, that was probably, like, clipping, so yeah, fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Sometimes I just go over the top. Giggity goo. Yeah, I mean, I'd fuck her as well, so that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Giggity goo indeed. Yeah, they should have worked into the game somehow, like 100%. 100%! They should have worked it into the game somehow. She seeks self-destruction to end divinity, and with her, and end her torment. The idea that she split off the part of her that wanted to live, that wasn't prepared to sacrifice herself, because if she wasn't fully in the mode to kill herself, she couldn't do it, is an interesting one. Wouldn't have been great if they'd, like, set it up. She has lost all hope and believes no rescue possible. Is that because you would know that because, like, now that you also know that you had, like, a fight at lunchtime, like, that's how you would feel if you didn't have me showing up? Is that it? Remaking us as one is the only way I can think to fulfill her wish, or rather grant her what we wish. Does she have bigger titties as well? Because she's saying, like, we used to be the one there in Japanese. And, like, isn't that a cool idea? Wouldn't it be cool? So, oh my god, my own idea is better here. Holy shit. Remember how I was saying, I think it was 1 or 2 streams ago, I was saying, wouldn't it be great if she was fearing her memories changing or fearing becoming someone new by accepting her old memories because the person she is now is completely different from the person she thinks she might be, and like memories are real and like that'll change. And then we get to this point where it's revealed there's a whole different version of her. Wouldn't this be great? We could say that up to this point, our first girl, who's a happy-go-lucky girl who's lived in this like ruin for 100 years or whatever, has come to this point, knows intellectually the memories of the other one. She hasn't combined them, or maybe like emotionally they're not there with her or whatever. They don't feel like hers or whatever. And she's saying, you need to combine me with her to fix this. I was originally that, and I will. And like, this is like her accepting like responsibility. Like she's like, I'm gonna die. I'm going to kill myself. My individuality is who I am now. I'm going to kill myself to join forces with the old me to kill this big monster. This could have been an emotional moment, but instead it's so fucking tacked on because we learned about all of this like 10 minutes ago. Everything in this game is you learn about it 10 minutes ago. Everything is like, wow. If someone sacrifice, like it's like this. It's like, oh my God. This is so dangerous. Imagine if someone was to sacrifice themselves to kill a monster. What? Oh no, guys! I'm gonna sacrifice myself to kill the monster. Guys, imagine how sad it would be if I remembered like my old friends and they were like right here in front of me and I feel bad. Oh my God, they're right here in front of me. He's got a sword. Wow. Nothing in this story is written well. It is written not schizophrenically like chapter 1. It is written like the first draft of a literature project in high school. Like a really good one. Like tried really hard, but the first draft. The first fucking draft. And then the rest of it is carried by visuals. It is all visuals. I was caused in this course where the theater intended me to live as a threat to others. Wouldn't it be cool? Like, this Theoden thing. It's so fucking cringe. How cool would it be if instead I was born into this world by a creature that doesn't understand this world, by something that is, it must be stopped. It is cruelty, it is evil, but it also is innocence, and also like, it loves me. It wants me to come back to it. It doesn't understand why I won't join with it. I'm part of it as it is part of me. We can never be separated. But I, as a human, as someone who's lived in this world, knows what needs to be done. And we must kill it. It must be prevented from manifesting. How much more interesting would that be? Like, guys, come on. But instead, it's just like, I'm a big evil monster that wants to kill people. We're just gonna murder them, and I'm evil, and ha ha ha, and you're gonna suffer. And I made you. You're my puppet. It's just so pathetic. But the puppet born of its wickedness will become a prison that seals its fate. God. Look how cute this is, though. I'll be last true to myself. Well, at least you'll be hot, maybe. If they okay, I'll be impressed. Oh wow, a fitting end, a happy end for me. Like, look at him laying it on. They don't deserve this. They didn't build up to this. This fucking bullshit. Having all this cute. Oh look. Like, look at all these interesting moments, even great fucking things that they've built up to make no fucking, like, look at it. Look, stab me through the chest. Wow, kill me. Oh, look at it. It looks cool. Visually, great idea. Narratively, what is this? What am I supposed to be getting from this? Do you have a mental disorder, writers at Kuro Games? God. I know there's someone out there who wants to shoot me for these takes, but fuck me. Hey, at least her ass is nice. Like, that's nice. We can get to see her ass a bit. Wow. Because that's in the end all we get. I won't do it. If she does, I'd be impressed. Oh? Secretly, okay, the other girl still has to show up and either ruin everything or say, I have a secret plan to save you from being killed. Okay, she actually gonna do it? God. Come on, do it. Let her do it. Behead her. Let's see it. I know she's not gonna do it. Oh, of course she's not gonna do it. Maybe we've still got a chance. If she gets beheaded, I'd at least fucking enjoy that. I would at least be like, wow, they did something unexpected and weird at least. All right, but if she's in water, that 100 bits is mine. If she's falling in water or some sort of liquid and being like, this is what I deserve. Death is what I aim for. Oh, she can't hold it back. And now she's like, what? Oh no, it's a monster's gonna come about. Big red monster, big monster? Big monster appear? Oh. Oh, I didn't do it. That's right. That's so fucking stupid. You don't deserve this emotional moment. Like, you don't deserve this game. This looks great. It is so fucking unearned. Don't go. It's so fucking unearned. She's like, oh yeah, I heard you're like, want to kill yourself, but I can like, I'm the main character. I'm just going to beat up the monster. Don't worry. There's going to be like a small little fight and that's going to be it. So fucking stupid. God, I hate this. I hate that they're acting like this is a big emotional moment that they earned, where they didn't fucking do anything for this. This is like so fucking slop-pilled. It's crazy. I guess she wasn't in water though, so I miss out on 100 bits. God, I'm already imagining how I'm going to crash out when I get to the end of this entire chapter. When I get to this chapter and make my YouTube video about how much, like, I'm reviewing this thing, this is going to be one of the biggest fucking failings of it. Not even chapter 1 has this kind of fuckery. Okay, here's Sexy here to come out with, like, either the final thing to save everything or fuck it up. Damn, look at those tits though. Holy shit. What do you mean timing? Literal, okay, you think you're gonna just not interrupt because it was like emotionally intense? Like, that's so fucking weird. Oh wow, you prepared something. Oh wow. Come on, it's gotta be... Are you going to be a villain or what's going to show me a thing? Come on. It's the only interesting thing here. Will big... Oh my god. Jesus Christ, guys. Look at the size of those things. What's this inside? Yep. Okay. So they need... For it to pass the divine trials, every potential maiden must resonate through the sword. Those who survive retrieve fragments of truth, but as a cost, memories were lost in degree. Okay. The lost memories fall into this sonorous sphere, carrying faint traces of Sentinel's power. The power of those fragments is truth. So basically, she's like using her family sword as like a super weapon. Alright. Let me read what you said before, actually. They probably increase their revenue significantly if their story was better too. Nikkei is a mediocre at a terrible gameplay, but the games are known for good story, and Nikkei has made far more with less predatory monetary practices. Even with far less predatory monetary practices. Alright, I agree with you almost entirely with Nikkei. Nikkei's story is great. Their story is their story is really good. Their gameplay is literally like fucking hands off gachagooning and is actual fucking terrible. Their leveling system is actual awful and trash. I hate it. Their gameplay is really awful, but they don't. You're telling me they don't have predatory monetary practices? Come on, I've played Nikkei. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Nikkei is like so much more predatory. When every 10 minutes a pop-up shows up to say, hey, Fumo, you're gonna lose out on money if you don't pay for these things right now. Why don't you buy materials? And like the leveling for characters is so brutal that there comes a point in the main story that you literally can't progress unless you have top tier characters, have learned their shitty system of combat, and probably have purchased a whole bunch of materials. Man, Nikkei is nickeling and diming you for that shit. However, Nikkei gets a pass because at the very least they did give a story mode where you don't need to give a single flying fuck about that grind, and I'm thankful and grateful for it. But when I do eventually get around to making a video about Nikkei, which I will, and I mean a full video, not a rant video, a full video will come for Nikkei at some point or another. It's a significantly better game than this. But I am a story guy. You gotta remember that. I'm a story guy. People probably like Wuthering Waves more than Nikkei because, you know, for a variety of reasons. But, like, they probably think, oh, the gameplay's so much better. And they're not wrong, but I'm a story guy. Which is why I'm, like, shitting all over Wuthering Waves right now. As it deserves. Did it, like, Tilfong absorbs its energy? Yep. Now, is it a trick? It'd be nice if it was a trick. See, if this was a good trick, she'd grab the sword, there'd be a small look of smile on this girl's face, and this, like, piano music would suddenly pause, and there'd be, like, a kind of low, shrill sound of a violin, and then we'd cut immediately to the main character. That's what I would do. All gachas that predatory monetary practices literally never spent money on materials. Also, the game. Also, the pop-ups are easily ignored and happen like once every few hours. I agree, they're annoying. Oh, you know what? You probably don't know this because you've probably played it reasonably. But if you play through the game, those pop-ups are actually set to happen every couple of missions you do. No, I'm like every couple of like fights you do. So you know how I know this? I went through the trial, you know, the Tower of Trials in Nikkei, and I don't know, everyone else who show up to watch me fight if I can play with them, I'm talking about Nikkei. If you just leave that and let it play through 75 fucking levels, guess what happens? You leave the Trial of Towers, and you will have around about 30 pop-ups that will come after each other, and you have to click out of each fucking one that says, guess what? You need there's a little time limited offer. Guess what? Time limited offer. And each time you turn it off, another one appears. They are so predatory. Brother, I know what you want to feel. And I feel it too. I love my gacha games, and I'm like, I always wanted to protect fucking GFL for a lot of its stupid ass practices. But GFL has the worst gameplay ever, and I've come to learn that I love it despite that. Nikkei's fucking monetization is brutal. It is a brutally monetized game. Holy hell, it's brutally monetized. Every 10 minutes, it's finding a new way to say, you need to buy this so you can level your characters, so you can actually play the game, so you can actually beat the levels. And also, by the way, like every fucking costume and things, like you need to get the paid version of things. You can't use freemiums. It's like crazy levels of monetization. However, I forgive it all. I forgive every single thing that Nikkei has done to try and nickel and dime me, because I wasn't forced into it. For all of the difficulties of the fact that the game's story is locked behind that, relatively recently I heard, but they did release that story mode. So I can do that. I can just go through the story. I don't need to grind. And though I did grind because I want to have an understanding of the game, gameplay and systems. I'm quite high level in Nikkei. But that's only because I really want to understand it for when I review it. I don't want to just lie and say, oh, I played it and I just went to the fucking story mode and never touched any of the other stuff. No, I know how brutal that fucking system is. And I did it on purpose to know that. But, you know, it is what it is. Really never had that happen in the lower tower. I think I'm level 100. I'm level... when I did that, I went from 0 to level 75. When I did that, it was 0 to level 75, and it did that. That's why I know. That's how I know. I'm actually really upset that I didn't record myself playing at the time, because that was a fucking hilarious thing to see, and would have been a perfect example of what I mean when I will talk about the fact that Nikkei's gameplay is so fucking awful, and the predatory monetization. Like, I wouldn't say predatory, because technically you can avoid it all. How about, like, desperate monetization? Kind of like, please, you know you need to spend some money, please. Look, please, spend some money. Please, come on, guys, just spend a few more dollars. I mean, I know all gachas are like that, but like, man, Nikkei's one's so in your face about it. It's crazy. It's like a website from an era bygone that keeps popping up and telling you you've won, like, you know, you're the 400th visitor. Please come here. And in exchange, you've got a limited time. It feels like it's a virus. Nikkei's monetization system feels like a virus from a website that's really shady. I love it. I love Nikkei. But man, it is what it is. At the very least, I'll say this much. I didn't feel like I was forced into it ultimately with Wuthering Waves. I do prefer, I think the greatest gacha in terms of not forcing me to monetize would be Wuthering Waves. I mean, not whether fucking I'm talking about it, I'm an idiot. With Zenless Zone Zero, where all of the main story is literally doable with a low-level team because they force you into having a specific team for each campaign mission because it fits perfectly the amount of time they want you to both be in this fight and get their story, which means it's very hard to lose in in Zenless Zone Zero, but also it's timed perfectly around all of the events and story that plays out, which is actually quite good. Best part of Nikkei's gacha, I think, is they're really generous with their rolls. I've never spent a dime on that, and I've got thousands of rolls. Yeah, I will say that. The only negative I would say about Nikkei's rolling system is that Nikkei's rolling system does have that annoying, like, you've got the paid and the freemium currency thing, and like, yeah, I don't really like that, but it is what it is. But the one thing that's annoying is the highest levels you need to go to. You need a level, that synchro thing, so fucking high, and it's so thirsty for brain potions, it's crazy. And then with each of the girls, it's not like a matter of, oh, you get like 5 of them or whatever, and then you're done for copies. No, you get 5 of them, and then you have to get like 15 more for like very small, tiny increments if you're trying to like max out a single girl. If I had to use every single one of my fucking, like, and I'm talking about the high level girls, not the low level girls. But if I wanted to max out a 5-star character in Nikkei, I would probably need to have spent every single fucking gem, like gem thing on the one girl, and even then I'd probably be at 5 copies plus 2, maybe. Nikkei, please. Nikkei is an example of a lot of the awful choices of gachas when it comes to its leveling systems in specific. And it's also an old year era. Like, it's from the era from before Genshin kind of stuff. It's a before Genshin era style leveling system, which is much more focused on the grinding nature of things, and like the grind of, you need to like get involved in this thing and grind up these things in our gacha system to gain the power levels to overcome this. That's where it's focused on. Now, I say all these things as though I'm trying to say I hate it. No, Nikkei is way better than fucking Wuthering Waves, despite the fact that Wuthering Waves, as we've been playing and as I've been crashing out about, is just like so awful for me in a lot of ways. But that's because I'm a story person. Nikkei can have all of the awful fucking leveling and all of the poor monetization elements that I find like pointless and stupid, and I don't like them. But that doesn't matter to me at all because the story's good. I dropped Genshin because of grinding. Yeah, that's fair. I got through, I actually ground, in Genshin I ground it, but also ultimately, again, what made me drop off Genshin was the story. I ended up making a perfect team in Genshin that could beat all of Genshin's story content. Every single bit of story content in Genshin, my team could beat. And I just stopped giving a fuck because the story just started losing me losing me. I think it wasn't so much that it did something horrifically bad like Wuthering Waves has done. Genshin's story just never really lived up to its promise. It kept teasing that it would get really intense and great, and it always just had very minor incremental changes. Those incremental changes were pretty good. I really like Simaru. It was really great, and that's where I stopped. After that, I just stopped. That's where I stopped. Anyway, let's continue with this gacha rather than talking about all the other ones. Carthia, you alone must wield it. You must become the blessed maiden sword. Okay, alright. It's so... Maybe it's because I'm uninteresting. Doesn't it also have the sacrifice he made? She's got massive tits, she's fine. Is she gonna, like, is she villain? I kind of want her to be of tricking her. It would make way more sense. See, what I want to see is her to be a villain, honestly. I would rather her be twisted into a villain because it would be interesting. Never had the trouble of being the story missions in Genshin, but I was never able to build a good team because of how terrible their role system is. Gameplay in it is pretty good fun though. I've never spent $1 on it, but because I played so much when it first came out, like I literally played from day one. I managed to get freemium all the way, and then I just got myself a perfect Ganyu team and just cleared. Ganyu hypercarry, brother. Once you had Ganyu, I had Ganyu, and everything else was just like a bunch of 4 stars I had. Because, like, you know, I looked up exactly how to build her because I liked it, and she just happened to be perfect. The moment I made a sacrifice, it shifted balance power. In that moment, I made a sacrifice that would shift the balance of power. Was it? The energy I received is sent on a second awakening? What? This is like... This is gonna sound like weird, but I feel like I'm reading, like, you know, like when someone makes a really shitty sci-fi show and then just starts making shit up with like sci-fi words, like the flux capacitor can't pierce the time stream. We need the dark matter particles to activate the secondary rays to then move through the 8th dimension mode. Like, you know, something bullshit like that. I'm not very good at that, but like that's what it feels like what I just read, where she's just like, I split my power, I gave it back, it gave us power. Like, what are you even fucking talking about? Maybe there are people out there who are probably saying, you need to pay attention, and I'm like, yeah, well, maybe the story needed to keep my attention. By doing this, Fleur could seize the moment to kill the already tainted. Fleur could seize the moment to kill the already tainted sentinel. So, the real blessed maiden is dead. But there is no reason why the false maiden can't become the true. God, this is such like cringe shit. If I was like really invested in the idea that the real Satan was dead and like that she was going to sacrifice herself, this random fucking tautology of just like, wow, but the false maiden can become the real maiden. It's like, wow, you're just really scraping the bottom of the barrel for story to find a way to just make her live, right? But I'm not invested, so I don't give a single flying fuck. A person of true character is never defined by an animate play. You're just saying things now. Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Theoden, but doesn't mean we can't reach our fate. What are you talking about? Neither of you have been playthings of the Theoden. You just talk about how it gave you whispers and you overcame it, and you just talk about how you literally split off half your brain so it can't deal with you. The Theoden has been on an L streak. It is losing constantly. It is a very weak thing that insists it's very powerful and goes, yeah, I'm so cool, I made you, blah, blah, blah. God, why can't I play a game with a good story? That's something I should do as a break. I should play a good story just to reset my brain. I should go read fucking, I don't know, Lord of the Rings as a small break. Oh my god, the powers combining is so powerful. It really sucks that there are so many people in the world, millions of people, I assume, that would like, well, maybe not millions, but so many people that would play these kind of games and like be like going, like, you know, like legitimately saying this is the greatest story ever. And I feel bad for them. As much as it's easy to say, oh, they're all like kids or all like stupid or young, I don't think so. I think that's just the truth of like the majority of people. We just don't think that deep. They just see the vibe. The vibe of like, look how emotional it is. Oh, maybe she is doing evil. Come on. And like, they just have this shitty piano music playing the whole time. It's so pathetic. If she was a villain, I'd like it. Yeah, God. Alright, Cantella's gonna turn into a villain? Now she's turning into a villain? What? Oh, because they said that she gave her power over it? This is so stupid. This is so fun. I mean, like, okay, I'm saying stupid, at least it's different. Oh, God, it's so predictable. Come on, come on, just make her a villain. Come on, come on, come on. She gets controlled. The villain goes something. Really? She just has to fight some mooks. Like, I'm holding them back, guys. After I gave up some power that was, like, randomly established. Literally. Remember, they randomly established it. They randomly established that she can give over powers. And now she has to fight, like, some, like, random dudes there. It feels like they almost had to, like... They were like, quick, let's give her something to do. Guys, let's give her something to do and make it sacrificial. So fucking stupid. Let me guess. If I push this to open a wall, I won't. Let's see. Let's watch. Yep. See? 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 They don't let me listen. I gotta fucking assume that they're always doing this shit. You know what? Just put like a bracket next to it. Moves to next area. Interrupts fucking conversation. I'd really appreciate it. Let's just beat this damn thing. I guess it's gonna be a purple monster instead of red monster. Oh, look. There's her full body. Is she hot? Wait, no. How big are her tits? She hasn't shown. Come on. Like, actually have a different model. Please don't be the same. Please do not be the same model. At least give me that. I know it's like the lowest of low, but it's like the tiny ass fucking thing. Okay, she's like a... Oh, yeah. There we go. Damn. See? That's nice. The sexy version. I have to fight the sexy version. Ah, fuck off! Ow! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god. Fuck me. Woo! Oh my god! Fuck up. No, no! Fuck. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead already. I'm in 1 health? Damn. Okay, this is meant to be. Yeah, this. I'm gonna hear this say. See, this personality is very interesting. I like this. The personality she has. Like, they should have played these up, but they don't. Yeah, but you know, the other version's here to save her. Oh my god, so emotional. You haven't fucking connected me with it. You would betray yourself. I mean, yeah. This is... You know what would be fun? If she actually succeeds in, like, saving the other version. See, like this, like a true character should never be, look, oh, you're meant to be playthings of the Theridin. Like, you establish it in like 10 fucking minutes. None of this matters. Like, look, emotional moment where you break through the shield. It doesn't fucking feel like it at all. Like, this is so fucking pathetic, it hurts. Like, none of this makes sense in a sense of, like, built up to. In a sense of a narrative. This makes sense if you're, make your choice. There was no... whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna make my choice. You know what? If I could choose to make her kill herself, I'd make her choose and kill herself. Oh, look at the... You have an emotional musical moment with singing. I fucking hate... God. Seconds I can save what? I'm not useless. Wow, look, a golden power is fighting against another power. Oh my god. So intense. Look, energy battle. It's just like Goku. Ugh. Die. Fucking the voice acting is awful. I can't believe I've said that for Japanese shit, but I'm so actually, like, I'm so out of this. God, could they just fucking shoot everyone at Kuro Games? Okay, no, that's a lie. I don't want to actually hurt anyone. That's just me talking badly. Ugh. Can't believe we reached something that's like on the level of chapter 1. Oh, wait, come on. Maybe she gets stabbed. Please, die. Die, come on. Come on. Die. Get stabbed. Be thrown in two. Oh wait, no, I'm breaking through using my hero powers to... Wait, technically there's water and technically I'm grabbing her as she said she can't survive anything. This is kind of it. It's kind of similar. If only she was in water, I'd get 100 bits. Oh, we fight because of our friends and you can overcome it. The warmth of love. Oh my god, she's using love in her heart, guys, and seek out a blessed future. Wow. I will trust you, my beloved powers. Oh my god, please die. Where I am your blade, we'll find it together. Please die. Please fucking die. Oh, yes. Yes, you've done even something mildly different from what I expect you to do. Oh, she's accepted her as a fucking echo? Damn, those tits are massive though. Can I like have the new version of her? I think the new version. But now I've got my protagonist energy. Here we go, protagonist energy time. Let's go. Oh my god. Rover gains a new ability, casting resonance skill, holding basic attack allows Rover to leap into the air. Enhanced mid-air attacks, interest skills, and basic attacks, Windstock, reaching maximum. Windstock counts an enhanced resonance skill. I don't know, I'm just gonna hit her. What the fuck? I don't. Oh god, I'm actually terrible. Fuck! I'm actually terrible. Wait, where'd she go? How am I supposed to fly? There was a button to fly, wasn't there? How do I fly? I want to fly. I wasn't listening. Oh, R. I'm actually a brainlet. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Let me use all my superpowers. Look at how crazy I am. Let's go here. Press that button. Let's go here and press that button. Let's go here and press that button. Just beat her up. Hey, sexy, get beaten up. I'm beating up a woman with massive tits. This is my favorite part of the game. Beating up women is the best part of the game, everyone. Oh my god, look at all my superpowers. I'm so powerful and cool. Wow. I deserve everything. I'm just so awesome. Great, guys. Fuck off. Ah, stop being mean. Shouldn't she be like saying stuff like, this is pointless, I shall be killed, you must kill me. And why is she like fighting against her? Shouldn't she like accept that blade to like stab her? That'd be great. Because imagine if you went forward to like in this and then she like fully accepts it and like pushes it into her heart. Oh my god, I'm using my cool half-winged dragon persona. I'm so cool. Is the robot like a deviant art creation? Man, you see how tits were going in that cutscene there? That's pretty impressive. Once again, good visuals. And that's about it. Oh my god, I can see her armpits. Hell yeah. Gooning hours. We've got to find more niche fetishes to goon to. Oh my god, she's screaming and she's using her power to make a big laser. I mean, not laser. Overcome with another power. She accepts it and tries to die. Oh, she did exactly what I said she'd do. Let me guess. The sword didn't go through. Went through past her, like, her shoulder or something. Yeah. Oh my god, they're making out? No, they're not. See, once again, so unearned. Oh my god, walk the other wait, no, this, why did the sexy version disappear? Why is it randomly the fucking other version? What is this? This doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, was she supposed to be like in a comatose body? Is that the whole point? Like she failed and she's in the comatose body now? Okay, if she's still in the comatose body, that means the plan went in the correct direction despite the attempt to fuck with it. Oh my god, they actually followed through? What do you mean, despair not? Please, give me some despair. Hope remains? I think she said? Yeah, she said hope remains. Oh, okay. Close enough. Anime shonen bullshit make up the difference. Hey, 400. Hell yeah. Thanks for the bits, man. No, the honkers. Yeah, I know. She's had a downgrade. What the fuck, man? What the hell? What a downgrade. They took away her fucking her honkers. What the hell? All right. Forgive me for this intrusion. Sorry. The horse monster looks so stupid. Like, something about it looks so stupid. Sorry. My brain just turned off there. I've probably lost it from looking at this shonen bullshit. Yeah. I thought I killed you. When I killed... Well, I can't get my core data. Oh, wow. Every fucking... You know, what is with this series? What is with this series? And, like, we establish something, like, if you kill me, then you kill... We will trap the Theoden in here with me, and we'll never escape, and I will be dead. And then it's like, oh, but you'll kill the Sentinel. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, by the way, this is like our... They make this clear. Like, they logically state a clear, like, problem or issue that will happen, and then they immediately throw it out the fucking window. Right? They immediately throw it out the window. They suddenly turn around and go, oh, but don't worry about that. Like, we found a way. Don't worry, I saved my core data. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, I saved my core data. Can you save the cute girl? Thou remember the covenant we made. No, I don't remember. Well, soon you shall recall. Thou decide I uncover the Theoden's true nature, so I set forth a condition that my root privileges would be unbound so that I might act without restriction. Remember, I literally made all of the gods. This god? I made this god. I'm this god's god, by the way. Which was, in the first chapter, literally the fucking most cringe-ass shit because everyone loved you and you were the best. I know, it's a cool idea, and they did it so poorly in that one. Ah. Without restricted access, you're going to what? I don't know. So I merged with the Leviathan, sure. So I allowed it, so I allowed it to believe it prayer. How, you know, I don't really care, but I'm just gonna say why, because I don't have any actual emotional attachment. Theoden's attained upon civilization only by taking its blight could I comprehend it. Alright, I mean, that's a wild attempt, but okay. So literally, you the one, all these things happened because you decided to give in just to see, do a little bit of research? The Theoden cannot be undone while civilization endures. Even it knows not the means of its own destruction. So basically what you're saying is, this is like some sort of endemic creature that exists because of whatever happened to the world. The world got fucked up from being like a place where people could just go on TikTok all day, got destroyed, and in the process of all the laws of the universe being fucked over, and me becoming a god, this Theoden monstrosity appeared, and it kind of now exists as part of this universe, and must always exist. It's almost like those stories that are like, there's always going to be a demon lord. Alright, that's fair. So they're going to shackle it. Lock it up. Lock it up. Is the cute, is cute fucking elf girl part of this plan? When Leovo merged with me, it breached my mind. I offered knowledge of the resonator. It concealed one small truth. Oh, of course. Let me guess, it gave him bad information to make her, but she's actually thick, we loved, and she has a special power. She's not actually a weapon. She's a weapon to fight against it. Like, ugh. Quote from our lead writer. Our intention was simple. As long as players could feel the emotion we wanted to convey, that was enough to make us happy. When refining our script with the writing team, we talked about less about logic and more about feeling what might... Wait, really? Are you... Brad, is that real? Or is that like you just saying that? Like, because if that's just like something that's real, I actually want to know. Because if that's fucking holy fucking shit, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. You telling me this was on purpose? That's like, I'm shocked. I didn't think there were people this fucking stupid. We couldn't write, so we just focused on vibe. I was saying that as a joke. I was saying as a joke that there was like that they did this. It's all machine translated. Okay, maybe there's something lost in translation there. But oh my fucking god. That's crazy. That is actually fucking crazy. These people deserve all the bullying they get if that's right. This story deserves the absolute, like, bullying it gets. I know Wuthering Waves fans always complain about the fact, they always say, we're better than Genshin, we're better than Hoyoverse. Bros, at the very fucking least, even if Genshin's story is a little mid, a little boring, and a little bit not, like, grabbing up and reaching its, you know, higher levels, at least it takes a story seriously. This isn't a story. This is an AI slop, almost. This is worse. AI slop would have a better fucking approach to writing. And AI would probably think, well, I need to make a logical connection between these two things. Whereas these writers were literally just like, oh, just feelings and vibes and emotions is all that matter. And then they can't even get that right. Emotions are born from logic, losers. You don't fucking vibe code your way to a good story. You goddamn put the effort in to make the backbone. A story is the backbone to your event. A gacha is built off character, gameplay, and story. You can vibe code that fucking emotional character and gameplay all you want, but if your story is shit, it is a back-breaking thing. You will never be the best gacha game. You will never be the ideal gacha game, or even a good gacha game. If you fucking have a story built off the actual cold decision to make an illogical fucking piece of shit, you deserve to... You deserve every... I can't believe I'm saying this. I used to say that maybe they were just stupid. Maybe they were being held back by corpo. But oh my god, if that's the actual fucking devs, they deserve every single fucking bullying they get. They deserve the swirlies in the game. They deserve people on Twitter to yell at them. I don't give a fuck about the gacha wars between various gachas. I don't give a damn between fucking Wuthering Waves or your Hoyoverse. I don't care. I talk about these things as the qualities that I see them. But if they are writing stories with that kind of approach, they deserve to be bullied. They deserve to be spat on. If you are a Wuthering Waves fan, if you are watching this as a Wuthering Waves fan, and you have decided, you have heard this story, you've heard the devs talking about how nothing actually logically makes sense, we are just here for vibes, and you are saying and trying to talk to me how it's a good story, you deserve to fucking eat arsenic and just like be off the internet away from all the normal people. Because holy fucking shit, get a new brain or go to therapy. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Don't argue with the Hoyoverse people about who has a better story. Please stop. Go home. Sit the fuck down. Your devs don't even try. In game, so it's made a pod, made a resonator. By essence, she's a failure. Conceded once. We are one body, therefore Floridas became Theron's red. She also became mine. But mark this well: to the Sentinel, resonator is an anchor. The Theoden is but a shackle. Now that I know, everything makes sense. God, I hate them so much. When I first merged with the Theoden, I thought, why do they even bother explaining things, you know? Why don't they just say, like, stupid shit, like, rather than explaining, I merged, when I merged, I just thought only to bide my time waiting for Resident Evil to join the war against the Theoden. Why did she not say, like, I gave it because of emotions, because I believed in you would come back, like, out of nowhere, just say that. It's fine. Just say that. Remember, we're not here for logic. That's stupid. We don't have logic here. God. Flourish's conception, Catarella became missing. Oh wow, so the two people, the whole story was about them being potentially manipulated by the spooky monster, which isn't spooky at all, it's just like a big idiot. It's basically a big dragon monster that who gives a fuck about. But actually I was using them all along. You know, they probably decided that as they wrote this line. Isn't that interesting to know? But Florida fell into the Theoden's sway. As long as one of my mortals using praise the second awakening to become my own I just don't care anymore, man. I just don't care. Then the law that no being shall be more than one resonator wouldst have been shattered. This would render the frequencies of I, Emperor Alarm in a campus of chaos and fear will not escape destruction. Such was my intention, yet Caratala turned another way. That's stupid. Didn't you say literally that you can't... See, they're all... In the fucking same scene that they said that they can't kill the Theoden, she tells me, oh, the original plan was to kill the Theoden. But then, like, the big titty girl decided to do something different. God. Not all journeys 4 to 5 away to a destination. Some paths destined to pass. This is just actual trash. Like, this is the level of chapter 1, but like, not as schizophrenic. It's literally just a vibe. It's the schizophrenia in terms of bad storytelling from season 1, chapter 1, I should say, but like vibe coded to feel better. She forfeited all the power of the second way, surrendering it onto me. With that newfound power, I briefly gained control, and that moment compels her to strike at my form, as it was. Yeah, you're just saying words. It was the original plan. Plan I could not have conceived, rather a plan born of hope. God, it's so bad, man. How does anyone enjoy this? That's the plan of hope. The influence to change humanity. Change is to be free. Oh. Pluribus overcame the fate of the Leviathan, and so did I. Walk a path of unsubscribed in my records. Well, well. The journey is fraught with twists. We stand victorious. Do we? I really don't care. I don't fucking care. You know who's lost here? Me. For wasting every fucking stream playing this actual god-awful trash. What do you mean the ends justifies the means? Nothing in this made sense. I might be like lost right now, but are you trying to say the answer? There was nothing evil about this at all. You like, fucking, it was. I don't think the ends justifies the means. Girl, let's be logical for a second here. Let's like go back in and take the game at its will. This motherfucking demon monster has been killing people and planning to destroy civilization. It is a unironic world ender. It will destroy and has killed and corrupted multiple people. It is indirectly led to an authoritarian, theological state in the city, which despite the fact that it's not shown, where people die and are suffered and are sent on endless death rounds to die to a dragon and all these other evil things. And you're like, wow, is this really worth it? Killing off the monster with this one girl who lived 100 years ago? And this other girl who fucking has big titties, who's not even gonna die? Like, she'll be fine, because it's a gacha game. She'll be fine. We're gonna walk out of here, and you know what she'll say? She'll be like, I got better. Literally, the only way you could say this is if your ultimate goal was everything always happy every time. This is not a real story. There is not real fucking weight here. There's not real loss here. This is a story where everyone wins all the time, everyone's happy all the time, and there's no fucking threat. There's no goddamn meaning in any of this. No, I don't even know who was wrong anymore. I can't speak for what I'm one part of. What you did in that moment, anyone still tanning doesn't get the job. See, why are you talking like the fucking big dragon monster did something evil or like, you know, dastardly with a thing? Because all it did was fuck around. It made a risky play, sure. That was its risky play to get data to try and kill the monster, and then learn that it couldn't kill the monster. And then it fucked around with a literal created being. The resonator is something she made. It is not really a human. It doesn't have a mother and father. Floridus, or whatever, is legitimately a fucking tool. Now, yeah, you might say you've built up the tool to be a person, but can you be blamed for taking this thing, giving it fake data? It used the fake data to make this creature that became Floridus. And you're like saying, oh, was I wrong for giving it the data to make the thing to make my trap? Like, oh my God, it's so fucking vibe coded, it sickens me. This is the vibe coding of a story. Yeah. How are you going to bring her back? Oh, because, you know, friendship. Remiter lying within the tact mark. As long as the conduit establish her frequency reborn into her body. Oh wow, what do I use as a... Oh my god, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Oh, the dying breath has left little time. Let's guide it on a final journey. Arbiter, one question remains. Did... God. God, I hate this so much. I fucking hate that I sat through this and I gave it... I hate that I said that it was kind of okay at some points. Yeah, I'm free. From this day forth, you are free. Wow. And I'm gonna get my cute anime girl back. So they had to sacrifice the big, like, god just to bring her back? Oh, great. Whatever. Wow. This is so poorly written that it sickens me. It literally is vibe coded. From my glossing over the interview, story is just outlined and then the dev team recommends changes to make it more exciting or emotional. It sounds like the entire company of Emil Pagdurius, I don't know who that is. Also, apparently the focus of the story is supposed to be family. It's really about family. Wow, did they get fucking notes from Disney? Wake up, elf girl. You've become, you're alive now, and you're a downgrade because you don't have your big tits anymore. I'll give him one thing. I'll give him one thing. At least they made a full model for the sexy version. Do you rage at how life has unfolded? Do you announce faith or hold resentment? Do you wish to forget? I can raise that part of your memory. Such memories do bring pain, but they're evidence of truth. Without truth, I would not have the strength to carry on. Truth is the beacon in the maelstrom of my life. I would rather suffer it and rejoice and abandon it to blissful ignorance. I am true to myself. Please don't make me forget who I am. Why couldn't I write this story? I've heard thy wish. Great. If I go... Oh, it's a sexy version. If I go, you'll be one more step closer to perfection. No, if I do that, I wouldn't be me. Wow. Oh my god, they're gonna join together. To deny my own self, experience mean any perfection I reach will be hollow. That would be heartless. Thy as desired, no need for divinity. Wow. Although my power has waned, I offer you thee my blessings. Wow, look, everyone survived, guys. It's all happiness. It's just fucking vibe codes to the end. You know what, game? Thanks for reminding me about these 3 hours. It felt like 10. This new era only needs their guidance. Yep, okay. Wow. Jesus Christ, she's like a really big giant of a girl. The rage to element of our endless voyage. God, I fucking hate this game so much. God, I know that makes me sound terrible, and it is. Just, in this moment, I hate this game. What? You made her? They should have made Phoebe the Blessed Maiden. They would have at least been fine. But instead of making Phoebe just be a random 4-star that they introduced for no fucking reason. I wish we could go back to sitting in the fucking, like, cafe with that other girl, Zanny. Zanny was the one good character in this fucking story. And it's because she didn't do anything. She stayed away from all this bullshit. Oh, wow. I awaken. I'm so happy we're together because you always win, no matter the circumstance. Vibe coded for happiness. Emil is the head writer for the Bethesda and their current design character. Oh my god. Holy shit. Fucking, like, everything Bethesda does in their current thing is really just endless fucking vibe coding. I hate this so much. I hate that I wasted my time playing this, thinking it would be better. They should have given her the big tits. The other version of her is dead. See, like, they're trying to play up the idea that they joined together, Here's the thing. What's the difference? All of the memories of the other one, who looked like she'd been stuck in there fighting for a long time. Let's assume, I know the game didn't say this, but let's assume that one had its own set of memories and emotions and development. Where'd that go? Where is she? Where's that difference? You said you joined together. Why don't I feel her? Where's that version of you? What's going on? Oh, because you was like, oh, it'd be confusing for players, so let's just like have her act the same, but we'll say that they get together and they're joined as one because like that's emotional and meaningful. This is literally what I hate about modern writing. Okay, there are bad writers out there who like force like stupid ideas in their story. Like they'll make the Halo story where they originally have a dumb idea that they personally wanted to put in. They force it into IP. Or there'll be stories out there who force like their own weird ideas about politics or something that suddenly turn a story from something more nuanced into something like one track and really dumb and kind of just rails everything. And then there's stories like this that are literally just maybe even worse than both of those. Yeah, the honker debuff is terrible. It's about the only good thing they had going at this point. I saw this and they accepted you as the blessed maid and the one you were worried about. They're dead. Yeah, they're dead. Because we needed someone to die. Wait, no. Don't say she's still alive. Don't say she's still with us. She'll come back in time. Look, this is so fucking slop. You can see, the devs just said, well, when there's motion, we need an emotional moment here. I don't need to serve divinity anymore. What do I do? You can always visit, you can always eat what I can. Can I just say, like, is there an option to say, I just want to leave because this is making me depressed? Like, just, this is the level we have writing at. That millions and millions of dollars can only buy us this. That all the money in the world gets us this. There's something, like profoundly depressing about this story. It's like, it's so horrible that people like this exist to make these kinds of stories. Where they can have all the money in the world, all like the hope in the world, but they don't have any passion. All they have is like a corporate boardroom where nobody actually gets to actually try. It's just endless number crunching, or we need emotion to make people buy our character. Everything's calculated. When they make her blush, it's just, oh, we need to have that in to make people like her, so they'll pay the money. We need to have a big moment for a magical event because that'll make people like her more. Or we just need to have everyone come back so there's a cool, like, emotional impact scene here. It's depressing. It's actually really fucking depressing that this is the kind of stories we get. That this is it. This is what people love. That we can sit here and talk about how much stories we like. We can look at Lord of the Rings. We can look at amazing tales that, you know, it's hard to compare those in the same vein as a gacha, but we can look through past and through history at these great tales of what we've made as humanity. These great grand stories. And we can think about ourselves as people who are passionate, as a race that attempts to gain these amazing things, that they work as one to make special things, and that we want those things to be loved by others, and we want them to share the emotions that we have. And this is where we are. At this corporate slop that no one had any passion for. That no one really cared for. I don't think, as much as like I like Carthia's design, nobody loved her. No one put any effort in for her. I think there's a sadder element to her that is going beyond what they're trying to say in the story. This idea that they have in this story of a character that's hard, that was suffered and didn't have memories, and that, you know, she suffered with herself. All of that pales into comparison to the fact that as a creation, as a character brought to life by writers, she wasn't loved by them. They just saw her as a vehicle. As a tool for corporate overlords. She's barely a character. She's a mascot. She's a McDonald's toy. Nobody loved her. No one loves her. I think maybe even just... maybe no one at all. Even the fans don't really love her. Do they really care about this thing they've turned her into? Man, just thinking about it. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. She's so badly written, so poorly utilized. You can see the potential in the ideas, but it's like a grand idea was thrown out there. Something that could be matured and built into something beautiful. But no one put the effort in. Nobody cared. No one cared about her. Fuck, man. That's awful. That's awful. Yeah, go do whatever you want. Is she gonna make out with me? Oh, she's gonna motorboat me. I mean, at least that's nice. When we got nothing else, we've got gooning, I guess. Or is she supposed to be crying in my arms? The animators could have done better here. I guess. But I really don't feel like I don't feel emotionally connected to you as a character. I feel emotionally connected to you as a concept that was failed. Good lord, did I just like gaslight myself into feeling bad for her? Fuck me. When you look at it through the lens of this is a sad moment for a character that was horrifically punished, you can really feel it. God. No, let's watch. Cleansing the rains of the dark tide. She knew not that the dark tide would never recede. She shall prove the most loyal servant to divinity. Oh wow, we're just recreating it? You have exploited our weaknesses. We should not go down without a fight. The demon monster is so dull. It's just flatly evil for no reason. Okay, so this is one thing I'll take back. So the other version is fighting in an endless war with the other one? Beautiful concept. Terrible, terrible execution. Execution beyond awful. Now she's dying? Why? Is this another example of they're just making moments for no reason? Again. We will not go down without a fight. Waves of resistance will never cease. Mankind will not be repressed by the Theoden. They just threw this at you because you can really tell this is vibe coded. Hey guys, can we have a thing in here? Like randomly? Because I feel like there's not enough action. Hey guys, the sexy version needs to come back. They don't feel like different people. See, that was her memory. So that was it? That was her memories from before she met? This was the worst written fucking story I've ever seen. And I feel actually sad about it. I feel sad for the writers. I feel sad for the characters that have to be involved in this. I feel bad for the ideas of characters that I had while watching this. I feel bad for the people that still think this can get better. I will finish this. I will finish this chapter. I'll say that much. I'm going to finish this game. This chapter of the game. Maybe I'll force myself to do it off stream, just so you guys don't have to sit through me sitting here like fucking sad posting at this point. But this doesn't feel like fun to make fun of anymore. It feels like I'm staring at like someone's art that was bastardized and turned into nothing. And here's the thing, I don't think there is anyone's art that truly cared. The person who made these first sketches of this story, they were paid like $1.50. They were paid to make something, and then they left it. I don't think they care. They was taken and then just washed through various corporate groups and forms. It was waded through like focus groups. It was taken by writers who just didn't care. It was taken by directors who just wanted to shut the fuck up. It was taken by writers who didn't give a fuck about them. None of these characters have anyone that cares for them in a real sense. And I mean like beyond the idea of story. I mean like they're not written with any passion. There's no... Everyone here doesn't feel like they have anyone else. I feel like I'm watching a parade of zombies. Zombies that could have been something special. Could have been special. But all they are is corporate slop. Just puppeted by strings of people who are looking at numbers on a spreadsheet. Who are thinking, hey, let's show off more of her tits. Make sure they can see her armpits when she strikes the sword. Make sure that when there's an emotional moment, she cries properly. Make sure the visuals are intense and emotional. What? It doesn't fit? It doesn't matter, because she's a weapon designed to make money. We talk about how, like, the sad element of the story is that the girl over here, Floridas, or Carther, was used to kill, and that her life is a lie of just, like, being a horrible, horrible weapon, and she was used. It goes deeper than that. As a character, she was used as a character, she's just not really a character. She's so much of a tool. And I know I'm just passing over the same thing, but like, it just hits me how badly this is written and how really bad I feel for the character. And I don't think I've ever felt like this for a character who wasn't like sad within the confines of the story. I'm sad for her as a story element. I'm feeling bad for her as an existence. Like a malformed creature that tried to be real, but no one really cared. It's like we're gods, and we've made this poor, pitiful creature we didn't actually care about, that no one gave a fuck to make. It's the most emotional I've had in Wuthering Waves, and it's about how bad the game is. She doesn't deserve this. And this game doesn't deserve fucking players. Yet at the same time, just watching her and seeing her as a creation someone tried to make, and that at one point someone tried to build up, who's just turned into this pathetic puppet that is just used to manipulate your emotions and have no actual depth, is more depressing than all the fucking sad stories they tried to put me through. I'm sorry. We're ending stream here. Fuck me.